AJ also get innocent people found not guilty, even though the state has done whatever they can to try and get them convicted. That's a good defense lawyer. You should call a good defense lawyer. I would recommend never ever calling Hank Brennan, because first of all, he'll switch to the other side for enough money, and second of all, he's really, really bad at his job. So AJ, yes, even if you are guilty and want to try and get as lenient a sentence as possible, or even maybe get off if you're lucky, maybe if you can raise reasonable doubt, like in this case, call a great defense attorney, because that's your right as a defendant. Never ever call a shitty special prosecutor who will most likely end you in prison because he has the likability of a human blobfish like Yuri Bukaki. No, you don't get, you're not found innocent. Barbara, I know you're just a troll coming in because, hey, let's stir it up. Karen Read is found not guilty. And by being found not guilty, what is the rule? What's the first thing that Bev read to them? I know all you aunties, you kind of just pretend not to understand these words. Innocent until proven guilty. When found not guilty, are you then proven guilty? No. Well, she's factually guilty. How about the tail light embedded in the clothes? Go talk to Towel. I heard he has some big news. He found Hoffa. So go hang out with the rest of the short bus. We have moved on. All of you idiots should do the same. I feel sorry for you that your entire life has been built around getting an innocent woman put in prison just because you don't like Turtle Boy. It's okay that you don't like a person. You don't have to hate him enough that you want another person put in prison. Move on. Life goes on. Go outside, touch grass, smell the roses. Don't look at the sun, even though it's big and bright. I know some of you on that side could potentially do that. It'll hurt your eyes. And then come back, calm down, and get a life. You don't have to hang out in everyone's chat and say, hey, she's guilty. She's innocent because she was not proven guilty. Well, she's factually guilty. Yeah, well, she's not going to be found factually guilty. Now she's found not guilty. Move on. It doesn't change anything. Well, there will be a new trial against her. Don't listen to twisted tragedies because she's even dumber than Plevin. So thank you so much for joining my TED Talk. See you later. Barbara, let me make this 100% because I don't think you understand a lot. If Karen Read has been found guilty on the evidence we see, there would have been no justice for John O'Keefe. Do you know why? Because the cops we hate didn't do their jobs. They're not worthy of the badge they're carrying. They're not worthy of the responsibility the state have given them because they did no basic steps that they need to do in an investigation. They didn't care enough for John O'Keefe to make sure to preserve the crime scene, to collect evidence, to investigate the crime like any other crime, to canvass the neighborhood for videos, go all the way over the route that Karen Read has. There's more investigation done in the Brian Walsh case than there was for a fellow cop. I like cops. I hate dirty cops. You should too. The sad thing is, you don't like Turtle Boy. So you will buy whatever shit these people sell you. You probably think that it's okay that Proctor was looking for nudes. You probably think that it's okay Krusty Panties sits and say, well, Alan Jackson has a sexual thing for leaky balloon nuts because you think it's funny. Because this is the humor you aunties like. I despise bad cops. I despise the treatment John O'Keefe got from the Canton PD and from the MSP. I wish all of you aunties were smart enough to see this is not how you treat a cop. You don't botch his investigation. You don't do what they do. You don't hire a special prosector and waste maybe $1 million on him fumbling his way through another trial when you lost the first one. You're the one who is willing to close your eyes and let bad cops do bad stuff because you hate Aiden. Move on. Get over it. We have nothing against cops here. Well, some of us does, but hey, Brandon, you're going to beat that felony. The things we don't like are bad cops. What we don't like is injustice. What we don't like is idiots who will excuse everything just because they hate an online journalist. You should not be allowed to vote because you can't handle that responsibility. I'm sorry. You really need to grow up. You really need to move on. It's been 3 weeks. Karen Read is not found guilty. She can't be tried again. And justice will never come for John O'Keefe because the cops we hate didn't do their job. That's why everyone is being removed or fired. But you will cover for them. You will sit and say, well, they're decorated dudes. You want to sit and tell me that the blobfish Yuri Bukaki is a great cop. The guy who went around harassing people over rubber duckies, but couldn't even care enough to make sure they didn't botch John's investigation or the Brian Walls investigation. You want to tell me I hate cops? Yeah, I hate cops like Yuri Bukaki because he should be fired. Any police department that has a guy like him running around, botching investigation after investigation, using his power to harass people over free speech, they should be fired. And they should have people like, well, maybe they shouldn't kill the good cops at the police academy. Well, you just hate cops. No, I hate bad cops. You should too. You give them all the power in the world. And how do they use it? By saying, our good friend, brother in blue died. Yeah, let's not do an investigation. Let's just crackheads get a better investigation than John O'Keefe. You should be absolutely horrid that this happened to John O'Keefe. If you wanted true justice for John O'Keefe, you would be on our team saying, these cops, they didn't do a good enough job. You don't have to love Karen Read. You don't have to believe in her innocence, but you have to agree these cops fucked everything up by doing a shitty job. If you can't do that, then you don't care about justice. You only care about sitting online and being a troll, and you really need to grow up. Don't hate cops. Hate bad cops. Hate every police department that allows this to go on and on and on and on and on. Hate cops who unalive pregnant young women. Hate cops who grape 13-year-old boys. Do that every day. Don't come at me with, oh, you don't want justice. I fucking hate everyone we have learned about from Massachusetts who have done horrible things. And what do all you aunties do? You sit there and say, they're decorated dudes. Karen Read is guilty. Why are you not fighting for justice? Are you going to fight for Sandra Birchmore? Or are you just going to say, hey, shit happens? D.A. Morrissey isn't fighting for her. He's not bringing state charges. That was a 2-in-1 murder. You don't care. I hate cops. You should hate these cops. But you don't, because you don't give two fucks about anything. You're just sitting here because, oh, I'm smart. I can make them see how Karen is guilty. Microscopic tail light in the and sit on a cactus.